Welcome to Spiritually Fine Tuned. This reading is for Sagittarius. I have done your spread, and the cards you came out with were Be Honest with Yourself, the Ocean, Steady Progress, that's your angel messages. For your life change messages, you have Realizations and Epiphanies, Keep the Faith, and End of an Era. For the roadmap that you're going on, which is where you had the most cards, Balancing Act, Moonlight, Talisman Coming Apart, and for your chakra, you have Despondence and Impasse. I was about to say, it looks like where you're having the most turbulence is where you're headed, the direction you're headed in, or trying to at least figure it out. So anyway, for angel message, you have Be Honest with Yourself, the Ocean, and Steady Progress. So it's about being honest with yourself. I think it's self-explanatory. If there are some things in your life that you're not satisfied with, or some things in your life that you are not understanding, or some things in your life that you want more of, or things that you want less of, it's best to be honest with yourself first, because whatever you speak of yourself and say to yourself and honor within yourself will be honored outside of you. The Ocean card is used as a term of meditation, so you may need to meditate. And I always say, if you can't get to an ocean, you can listen to water on YouTube. You can listen to meditation of just rain falling down and just letting things flow within you, because when you're in a meditative state, I think the symbolization of water running is allowing a flow within your life. Maybe it hasn't been flowing the way you wanted to. So being around the ocean and watch that water flow is training your mind or your soul or your heart to allow things to flow in a way that they're not blocked and they're not inconsistent. A consistent flow, because in the ocean, it's a consistent flow. Either it's fast or it's slow, but it's consistent. It's not going to flow and then stop and then flow and then stop, because it's an ocean. It's going to have to flow all the way through. And even with rain, it's either going to be fast rain or slow rain. Regardless, once it starts flowing, it's going to flow the way it wants to flow. So it's about flowing and being in a meditative state so that it can flow. And you also have steady progress. This is about knowing that whatever progress you have been making, it may not be going as fast as you want to, and that may be the reason why the ocean is there. Let it flow. Like I said, it could be fast or slow, but as long as you're progressing, it is okay. So this is a sign of steady progress. It's not inconsistent. It's just steady. It's just one of those things where you have to go day by day, step by step. It says we can clearly see the contribution you're making in the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. Just keep the steady progress of focusing on things that are important and being honest with yourself at this time about things that you want, things that you desire, things that you feel are best for you, and know that it's going to work out in a steady manner. At those moments when you can't do anything and you feel like there's nothing to be done, or just go meditate and get a flowing type of energy about you to where you're at peace, because that flow is also a symbolism of peace, meaning even if things aren't happening the way I want them to, the peace is okay with me. Having peace is okay, and knowing that it's not all about you doing it, it's about knowing that the angels are there protecting you, that you have spirit protecting you, you have people outside of you helping you. And while you're not being able to do anything, you have to be at peace and in a meditative state so everything can work out around you with the people who are also helping you. So that's what you have for your angel messages. So for your life change, you have Realizations and Epiphanies, Keep the Faith, and End of an Era. So right now you might be realizing that I do need to be at peace, and I have to make sure that this is a steady progress. Sometimes we want things to happen so quick, but what's the old saying? The quicker it come, the quicker it go. They said it about money. The quicker it comes, the quicker it go. Fast cash isn't always the best cash. The faster you get it, the faster it leaves. So maybe you're realizing that, okay, I need to make steady progress, steady income, steady relationships where it's not just in and out, or it's not just day and night, where it's a steady relationship, where it lasts longer than 3 months, where it lasts long. However, whatever you're realizing, I'm just giving examples. I don't know, where you're realizing things about even yourself. As you're being honest with yourself, you may be realizing things about yourself that you need to change, that you need to face, that you need to address, that you need to fix, or realizing things about relationships. And epiphanies usually come when you're in that meditative space, which could be by the ocean or even just listening to the water, or whatever you do to meditate. Most epiphanies come when you're in a peaceful, silent place, because you can't get clear breakthrough and clear realizations and epiphanies if you're not silent and at peace within yourself, because that peace That's the peace of God is only going to come through the Creator. And if you're not at a place to receive the Creator, you're not going to receive Him. So during this week, which did I say what this is for? The first week of November, you're going to have some realizations and epiphanies. They could be strong. They could be light epiphanies. It doesn't have to be the biggest epiphany, but anything is a breakthrough, and it's a steady progress. It's just going to be steady for you. But you also have to keep the faith. So even if you feel like, oh man, it's just taking forever, or oh man, I don't understand, keep the faith. Also, you have end of an era. So that's like something is coming to a close. It's the end of one cycle, the starting of a new cycle. Everything that you knew, everything that you thought is ending. Everything that you may have wanted to hold on to may be leaving. Whatever the error is for you, it could be a mental, the ending of thinking a certain way, the ending of feeling a certain way, the ending of living a certain way. No matter what, in the middle of realizing this and ending whatever situation needs to be ended, you have keep the faith. So no matter what is coming to you and no matter what is leaving you, keep the faith. Because things come, that's what we realize, and things go. And that's the ending of it. But you have to stay centered and keep the faith. And it's beautiful that keep the faith is in the center. And also over here, while you're being honest with yourself on one realm, working on your internal self and making steady progress in another area, you have meditate. In between all of this that's going on, it's like some things are coming in and some things are going out. But you have to meditate and stay at peace. And you also have to keep the faith. So in between both of those cards, you have meditation and keeping the faith. Now, I don't want to say your biggest challenges, but for the roadmap that you have balancing act, moonlight, talisman, coming apart. And up here, you have end of an era. So that could be the era that's happening. You're coming apart. Something is being taken away or something is ending. Like I said, end of an era. And the balancing act is part of the realizations and epiphanies. Now, as you start realizing stuff and being honest with yourself and learning different things, you also have to balance the fact that old things wash away, old things go away. You have to balance that without being like upset about it leaving or being upset about what you learned. You may learn that what you thought would help you is hindering you, but you have to balance that out. You can't focus so much on, oh man, it's been hindering me this whole time, that you can't see that now you have that clarity and that realization that you can break through. So it's about balancing your emotions with your intuition, with your mental self. It's about balancing work and home. It's about just balancing. It's just about balancing all things overall. You also have moonlight. Moonlight is about your intuition. So maybe you need to balance your intuition. Balance everything so your intuition can be more clear. But this card is saying that you can listen to your intuition. It already knows what needs to be done, what needs to happen, what needs to go, what needs to say. But sometimes if we're not in a balanced state of mind, we can ignore our intuition. So this is about first get your balancing act together to where you balance yourself and keep yourself grounded so that the intuition can come through and speak to you. And that's during your meditative cycles. And that's your realizations and epiphanies, letting that intuition be the realization and epiphany for you during those meditative cycles so that you can see. And you also have talisman. Talisman is about, this card says you have learned everything that you need to learn. You have all the tools to be successful. You have learned your lessons. You have gained some wisdom along the way. And now it's time to use that to move forward, right? But before you take that leap forward, you have a coming apart. Now, I don't know what you're coming apart from. It's like two people. You could be coming apart from a person or coming apart from yourself. Coming apart from the part of yourself that doesn't serve a purpose anymore. Maybe you've matured or you've grown, but you still have some grief about what didn't happen or some misunderstanding about what should have happened. So you could be coming apart from that era of your life of who you thought you should be opposed to who you truly are. Maybe you were hiding what you really wanted. So whatever you're coming apart for, it couldn't be a person, but when you see it that way, it's like the same person. If you see this person on the left is blinded, well, to you guys it may be the right, but on the left that person is blinded. So maybe you were blind, maybe you had a mask on, maybe you were hiding yourself, but on the right it's like coming apart from that part of yourself just to be free. Maybe you're opening your eyes. You're like, I finally see the light, because it has been a lot going on. It's like I finally realized, I finally have had an epiphany. I've had a wake-up call from the universe, whatever it is. But keep the faith and understand that it's going to be okay. Now, for some of you guys, it might actually be coming apart from a person, from a relationship, because it's the end of an era. It could be coming apart from a job. It could be coming apart from anything. But your first go-to, the main thing, is to know to have that balancing act. Every one of your cards is like, be honest with yourself. Realization and epiphanies, balancing act. The first demand of it all is being honest. Realizing things and epiphanies and balancing what you have realized and also what's honest to you. Sometimes what we realize and what we perceive to be true are two totally different things. But you have to balance that out into a productive understanding, and not something that will hinder you. And at the end all, things are falling away. It's coming apart. It's the end of an era. It's a new start. It's a new beginning, but it's slow. You don't have to just whisk it all away, like throw it all in a box and just take it to the garbage at once. I mean, take your time. If you have to look at it and say, I remember this, maybe some memories attached to it. Meditate. That's why you meditate, so the emotions aren't so heavy. And you're looking at it like, this taught me this person taught me that, this situation taught me that. You might be looking at it and going over it, but remember to let it go and remember to move forward with your life and keep the faith. There will be more to do, more to love, more to learn, more to experience. Now for your chakra, you have despondence and impasse. Two totally opposite cards. So despondence is about a woman who was sitting in a home with nothing to do and just going over everything. Like I said, maybe you clean stuff away, just going over everything with nothing to do. And in order to be alerted, to get back into the groove of things, she had to be called on to do something major. So it was like a neighbor was like, oh, something happened, I need your help. And that was the only way to shake her out of her despondent state, which is a state of, I always say, it was a state of, because it's not a bad state to be in, but it's just not being fully aware. It's just, learning these things about yourself, balancing things out, realizing things about yourself. So it's just like you're spending time with yourself, but at the same time, you might be sulking, or you might be clinging to yourself without giving yourself a chance to breathe or a chance to go out. You may be going over facts and opinions and things that may not even really serve a purpose, because you're trying to take calculated steps now. But some stuff you may not need to figure out, because if you keep the faith and trust God, it's going to work out on its own anyway. But she was so in a despondence, like, yeah, I'm just going to do this, and I think this is the way I need to go. And at the same time, she was called on by the universe to do something to shake her out of it. So you may be getting called on something that you totally can do, you totally can accept it, but it's the way the universe is allowing it to happen, is to shake you out of the state that you are in. Not that it's a bad state, but it's a state. It's a state that they don't want you in at this moment. It's like a state of mind. They want you in a different state of mind. So if you're feeling like, man, I've just learned all this stuff, I've done all this stuff, I don't know what to do, but I want to stay balanced, I trust my intuition, I want to meditate, I'm going to keep my faith. And things are ending slowly, but it's all still replaying in your head, or it's still resurfacing in your emotions. The universe is going to give you a big nudge, but this nudge is not about taking anything from you. It's about taking you towards a situation to shake you to get to see things different. Also, you have impasse. Impasse is about a guardian angel. It's like if you get blocked for something, or somebody ignores you, or somebody rejects you, this is totally your guardian angel saying this is not for you. So whatever is going on in your life, if you tried to get a job, if you tried to be in a relationship and it did not work, it's your guardian angel saying, that's not going to help you. That's not what you need. It's not going to be good for you. Sometimes we're like upset. Maybe even this relationship coming apart. It's your guardian angel protecting you. Maybe they're telling you, hey, you need to get going. You need to move. And they're sending situations in your life that you have to respond to keep you away from this person, because maybe this person is not healthy for you, or you're not healthy for this person, or it's just not a good fit. Whatever it is, maybe the job didn't allow you to come. Maybe you couldn't get there on time. whatever it is, it's your guardian angel protecting you. And I like to always say you acknowledge them for watching over you, and you acknowledge the things that didn't go your way, because you have to be thankful and grateful at the end of the day for them to continue. And since the despondence is by impasse, I feel like your guardian angel is about to be the one to shake you up by allowing something to happen. Now, this card is read as a blockage that is actually protecting you, because you don't know what's on the other side of the situation. So as you're being blocked, they're protecting you. But it's next to despondent. So I think they're open their arms up, saying, now we want you to come in. Now we're ready to let you see what truly is going on within you, around you. Those are realizations and epiphanies that you're about to get. Your guardian angel is about to, I don't want to say expose some things, but reveal some things to you, because they see, oh, she's in a state of despondence. He's not acting right. Let's shake some things up. You know, the universe loves to shake things up, but this type of shake up is not to take nothing from you. It's to show you something. It's to teach you something. It's to allow you to see, I don't want to say the unseen, allow you to see the unseen, allow you to see, feel safe and protected, because anytime your guardian angels are there, they're safe and protective of you. So they're going to shake you up into a place where you will be called on, but they're going to show you that they are there for you, and they have been there for you for the entire, I'm about to say for my entirety lifetime. What is that when you play the game? This, I don't know, for your entirety lifetime, whatever it is. But they're just about to show you. That's so cute, though. They're about to be there for you, and they have always been there for you. So take it how you want to take it. Just know you're going to get called on by the universe to do some things that you might not feel like you want to do, but it's to shake you up so you can get out of that whole state of despondence for no apparent reason. And anything that happens that is blocked or prevented is them loving you and protecting you. So you should know that everything that happens from now on, you are fully covered. And during this week, it might be a lot to internalize or a lot to deal with, but it's going to be helpful, healthy. And if you remember to keep the faith and remember to meditate and trust your intuition, all will be well. Stay balanced. Have a good week.